Hi, my name is Aarti and this is Anika, my 5-month-old little baby. We've been with Healthy Mother from I think 3 months. I was pregnant for 3 months, and it's been an amazing journey. I think I started out, in the regular way, looking at one of the biggest hospitals here in Hyderabad, and I went for appointments there, and it was really a painful sort of process because you're treated as just another patient who's coming in, doing checkups. I was never told about what is going on, and there were regular ultrasounds, and I was really worried about what's going to happen and things like that. And suddenly I remembered that one of my clients, I'm a psychologist, so one of my clients had mentioned about Lama's classes. So I looked it up on the web, and that's how I found Vijaya. So I called her. I was only, I think, 14 weeks or something, and she said it was not, I wanted to come in for Lama's classes, and she said it was too soon. And I wasn't sure what else she offered, so I just asked her, what can I do, what can pregnant women who are 14 weeks do? And she said, you can come in and check us out and see, see what kind of place we are. So that's when I went in and I spoke with Vijaya. Marianne was here before, and I think it was the most amazing, I think half an hour that I spent with Vijaya, because I started crying because I felt like I was in one of the most safest places for my baby, and for me and my baby. And I think it was the first time I realized that, being pregnant and going to have a baby was one of the most normal things to do, and it was something that you didn't have to be, afraid of or, frightened about. So I used to, come in every once a month initially, and later I think every week, once a week, I used to come. So my due date was the 5th of July, and my water broke on the 5th of July, and so on the 6th she was born at 10:30 in the morning, and I think the few hours from labor to birthing was, I think, one of the most amazing experiences I've ever had. In the birthing room, it was me, Vijaya, Marianne, my mother, and my sister. And I think, I don't know, there was a lot of pain I had with obviously labor. I have a very low pain tolerance. So me being in labor was something of a feat itself. Okay. So my labor, I think it was extremely painful, but at the same time, I think there is nothing I would give to sort of not have that experience, because initially when I was in pain, I was in pain for a really long time. At least for me, that's how I felt. And at one point, Vijaya was like, what's happening? You're not sort of giving into your body, and you're not letting go. And I just didn't know what that meant. I didn't know what it meant to sort of let go and just be in the moment, to let the process happen. And so I was sort of pushing, and it was extremely sort of it obviously labored and long. And at the same time, I think at one point I just sort of let go, and I said, what, this is happening, I'm just going to give in and let it go, because the baby has to come out, because I cannot sort of hold it anymore. And then it happened, and I think sort of having the last few minutes, that when I felt the baby come out, and when she did actually come out and she was in my arms immediately, I think that was the most amazing experiences I've ever had. And that there was no pain. There was no pain after that. That is the most amazing thing about this. Like in my Lama's classes, I would often ask Vijaya, how would I know, when my water should break, or how would I know, the baby is actually coming out, and what if the baby is in a breech position? All those things, and I think they're all sort of fears that I developed as a part of sort of googling it and looking it up over the internet and going to the doctors before I did come to Vijaya. And I think all those fears just vanished when I was in the room, in the birthing room with my midwives and my mom and my sister, and everybody else. And I think that's what birthing and becoming a mother should be about. It should be about taking care of yourself so that your baby is taken care of, and sort of being in company of people who can sort of support you, protect you, and be there with you throughout. And that's exactly what Vijaya has done for me. Vijaya and Marianne. And every time I had a question, I was Vijaya was available for just a phone call away, and that was not something that anybody else gave me. Before, like I said, before coming to Vijaya, I went to another doctor, and she gave me nothing more than 2 seconds to sort of do a general checkup and say, here's your iron medicines, here's your calcium, keep eating, keep iron. And that is not enough for me anymore. I mean, mothers, as a pregnant woman, I think we all have a lot of fears, and you need somebody who will sort of allay your fears, and that's exactly what Law Masterclass did for me, and what being with Vijaya really did for me. And I think the whole process has taught me to be more stronger, more mindful, really, about how to sort of just be around my baby. And I think that's the takeaway, from me, that if you're pregnant or if you're thinking about getting pregnant, having a baby, I think you should think about how you can go through this process, mindfully, being aware of your choices. Because I'm so lucky that I was in Hyderabad, and the fact that there was Vijaya in Hyderabad, and I think. That's what you should think about. There are so many choices, and you have the power to make choices, the right choices for yourself and your baby. And yeah, I mean, being more empowered. Actually, coming here has taught me that I can be more empowered, and that is the takeaway. I think every mother needs to know that she can be empowered when she's pregnant, after she's delivered a baby, and that's it. I mean, I think you should go through the whole process being very aware of the kind of repercussions that you're having for your baby and yourself.